Now tuned into the greatest.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever this message reaches you, listen to another episode of Six on the Podcast. I am your 5'9" host with sophisticated ignorance, Uncle Poochie. Hey yo, we back.
We back at it like a healthy habit.
Yeah, whatever you say.
I say a healthy habit because we're not back at it like a crack addict.
Okay, yeah, I never understood that. I hated that phrase. We back at it like a crack addict.
Because crack addicts don't stop.
What? No. Trust me, I get the point. I just don't know why anybody want to be back like the crack addict. But you know,
Motivation.
whatever. Touche. I don't even know if I said that correct. She said motivation. Anyways, as I said earlier, I'm your 5'9" host, Uncle Poochie. How you guys doing? You gonna introduce yourself to the people?
Yes. What's going on, y'all? It is your aunt, Amanda B. And like I
Hey.
said, we back at it like a healthy habit.
Healthy habit. Healthy.
Healthy.
Emphasis on the healthy today
Emphasis.
for today's episode.
Mhm.
Very heavy. How you been?
I've been good.
Doing
Heavy,
good?
heavy. No.
Heavy. What?
Hefty.
Oh, hefty. What an old person. Anyways, that's good. I'm glad you've been good. Since our last episode, a lot of people have been very intrigued by your soprano intake and stuff like that. You want to give the people an update on your sopranos?
Yes. I'm on season 4.
Oh my goodness.
Season 4, episode
I don't know. I fell
2.
asleep.
I think 2 or 3.
Mhm. They just killed Jackie Jr.
It's
That's
getting deep,
deep.
y'all.
Deep.
And you know who I hate?
Who do you hate?
Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano. Why do you hate Tony Soprano?
I don't like Tony Soprano because he doesn't know how to take accountability. You know I cannot stand no grown-ass man that likes to yell and throw things and people
Uh-huh.
and don't know how to take
But
accountability.
he has a very, I'll tell you this also, he has a very stressful job. Tony's job is stressful.
That's a choice.
No.
And it is a choice.
I mean, it's not a choice to be born into the mob, but, I do get what you're trying to say. My least favorite character on The Sopranos, honestly, Christopher. I can't stand Christopher.
He was my first, but
Mhm.
Tony's getting worse and worse and worse.
I just don't like Christopher because he, you said Tony doesn't have any accountability. And I mean, I guess one could be like, well, Christopher is young, so that's
He's
his
the
excuse.
Nephew.
But it's the drug use. I just don't.
Yeah, his drug use is outrageous.
Yes, he getting crazy, bro. This is ridiculous, bro.
Tony's in his end of his 30s,
Uh-huh.
starting his 40s, per the
Yeah.
research I did.
Yeah.
And I just think it's fucking outrageous, his behavior.
We only giving Tony a pass because it was the beginning of the 2000s.
It was. You can never again.
Yeah, no, you can never do it again. I mean,
Don't you talk about my mother? No, I don't agree. Nah.
Anybody who has a relationship with their mom like Tony Soprano, I just want to let you know I'm sending virtual hugs.
Ladies, run.
Honestly, ladies, if you meet a man and you watch Sopranos, you like, this man reminds me of Tony and his mama's relationship. I think you should get out of there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some people be
that
like,
was my run.
I know some, that's a run. And I run, get away from Tony Soprano.
Mother. No.
Nah, bro. Deadass, like, I know some dudes who deadass have told me, like, I want my Carm. And I'm like, what? I want a Carmela. And I'm like, what? You want a Carmela?
Yeah, they want the woman to just not acknowledge. And she's getting tired, guys.
But the thing is, like, I mean, spoiler alert for a show that ended 20 years ago, she does cheat back. And we argued about that the other day. I think we'll have to talk about that on another episode.
Yeah, we will talk about it on another episode.
Because you claim she wasn't cheating back. Is not cheating back what Carmela's doing?
She's not cheating back.
She's stepping out with the homie.
I mean, I guess she's cheating back, but emphasis on the back.
Are you saying she's cheating forward?
Emphasis on the back.
So Tony cheated and
Tony
Carmela
know how
cheated
to
forward.
lay other women on their back.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just back at it. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, man. Again, I don't think what Carmela's doing is right. I think that
both of them are wrong.
I think both of them are wrong.
But Tony's wronger.
Wronger? Okay, cool.
More wrong.
Well, that's the auntie's update on The Sopranos this week,
You're
ladies
welcome.
and gentlemen. Back to our regular schedule program.
This is very important information that they were updated
after
on.
last episode, people wanted to know.
They did.
Where
They
are
were
you at
asking.
with The Sopranos? That, and then we have a letter at the end, for you to give some advice on. So
yes.
we'll get into that later. But today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, was conjured up in my mind after I stepped out of the bed and my hip was hurting and my knees was hurting and my shoulder was hurting and my back was hurting and my head was hurting And I was like, damn, my body hurt.
After a work day.
After a work
mind
day.
you.
Yeah, after a work day. Go ahead, spark it up on T.
I will.
Appreciate
My jitty joint.
my people at Petty Cat Studios, as always, man. Just give a shout outs to them. If you guys want some good quality podcasting, they ain't paid me to say this, by the way.
No.
Bring y'all ass down here to Petty Cat
Bring
Studios.
your ass.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. I was thinking about this week's episode after roughly about 2 weeks ago, after we dropped our last episode. My back was hurting, and I was like, damn, bro, like my back is killing me, to the point where I was just like, yo, I cannot walk. And I was like, damn, did I fall? Did you beat my ass in my sleep? Was my phone unlocked? I'm just kidding. This ain't 2023. Anyways,
Why'd you say 2023? Now they're gonna be like, what'd you do in 2023?
another episode. Anyways, I ended up looking at my symptoms, as I know you shouldn't do, right? Like, you shouldn't look up your symptoms at all when you have some illness online, right? But I had to, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I mean, in 2025, you probably should. Them doctors don't know what they're talking about.
Man, true. But because the pain was in my ass.
Yeah.
It was in my ass and my back.
Sciatica.
Thank you. Sciatica is what they call her. I had that sciatica. That sciatica. Sciatica sound like a nasty drink.
Sound like a
Dead ass, don't it?
You know, let me get one sciatica.
Like,
there are I think it's a drink. Oh no, it's cigarettes. It's cheap ass cigarettes, like Sciatica.
Okay, cool. I mean, like in the days of motherfuckers drinking Alizé and mixing it with Hypnotic to make
Hypnotic and Hennessy.
What was that? What was it called? Incredible
Hypnotic
Hulks?
and Hennessy was the incredible.
Yes.
It turned green.
I could definitely imagine somebody having a drink called sciatica. But anyways, my sciatica nerve or wherever the fuck it is was pinched. Yeah. And that's why my ass cheek and my back was hurting. And it started to make me think, like, I really had to sit with myself. I was like, bruh, I'm dead ass in my 30s.
Yeah, like they don't play around.
Like, this is here. We here now, baby. It was like I woke up and like it was like I was like, man, this is what they talking about. These random aches and pains. Appreciate you. And I really sat with myself and I was like, bro, I had a whole nother episode sketched out. We was gonna talk about some other shit. But I really sat with myself and I was like, bro, I gotta get together. I am at that point in my age now where the burgers are starting to pile up.
Yeah, you gotta pick
how
many days during the week.
That's what I'm saying. The French fries is French frying.
Stick.
Yeah.
Carrot stick, please.
Nah, carrot sticks.
Shit. The starch be starching.
So, you know, I had to see to myself and I said, man, we're gonna have to have an episode talk about our 30s and what it's like being in our 30s. And I know as it is as a man is different. I don't even want to imagine what it's like for a woman in a respectful way. Because I don't want to imagine anything was like being a woman. You guys have periods. I don't know how those things work. I never understood how those things work.
We can talk about that another day.
Yeah, we can talk about that whenever you want. But now that be it as you are in your 30s as well, would you say, I know the answer to this question, but would you say as a person in your 30s, are your 30s going better than your 20s?
I mean, yes, absolutely. But I had to be the one to make it go better. The getting older and the pain and the amount of time you have to stretch a little longer than you did in your 20s.
Stretch it out. But
my 30s are absolutely going better than they were in my 20s. Lord child, Jesus.
Yeah, nah. It's easy. I'm like, I mean, I have no problem saying my age. I'm 33.
I'm 32.
She's 30.
I'm still 32.
She'll be 33 soon, guys.
But 32 is still there. So,
anyways, with us both being 33, it is funny because only being 3 years into a decade and being like these 3 years completely shit on 10 years. Yeah, like the whole 10 years of the whole decade. I am 33, and this third year, I'm only 6 months into I'm like 2 months into being 33.
Yeah.
That 2 months, still better than those 10 years.
Do you feel like they're better physically or physically, mentally,
both
and financially?
Both of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
My 30s in all shapes have been, every year has been better, dramatically better, financially, health-wise, everything. Just it stomps on my 20s. And it's crazy because when you're in your 20s, you hear that. you know? And it sounds super cliche, like, oh man, you know, it only gets better, or, you know, like your 20s is this decade, or whatever people say to you, right? And, you know, either you believe it or you don't. I chose to half believe it. By half believe it, I mean, like, I knew it was true. I knew as I got into my 30s or got later in my 20s, I was going to have to change things about my life. I just didn't realize how quickly that shit would come, you know? And you know, for that though, I'm thankful. Cause like you said something earlier, you said phases, you said the word phases. It all comes in phases. Like you have your first phase of your 20s, your mid 20s, and then the end of the 20s.
It's the end. I feel like the end is the realization. I feel like the end is like, if I do not make these XYZ changes, like this is how I'm going to continue on. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, no. Definitely. So that leads me to, you know, as always, I had a questions. It's a questions to ask you. Yes. But no, that leads me into basically my first question, which is, you know, being in your 30s. What's your favorite part about being in your 30s?
My favorite part about being in my 30s would probably have to be being in my 30s and really being able to stand more ground. Because like 32 and 22 is too different. Like I would have been like, sure. And I probably would have spent all my money. I probably would have came through with all the drinks, everything you needed, and then been like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very, very happy about just being stronger in my acknowledgement of hell the fuck no. Yes.
The stronger of the hell the fuck no.
Hell no to the no.
The deeper you get into age is crazy.
And I was told that when I was 25 and I had a friend that was like 32 already. She told me like, once I turn 30, I'm going to tell you that my fucks were out the window on my 29th, like on my 30th birthday.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I've heard that multiple times. Like when you start to get in your 30s and your 40s, like you start to care less.
Just like not giving a fuck about who doesn't like you.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Like I don't care unless you press submit on my bill.
Man.
And like if I'm wrong. Oh, and also just being able to hold myself accountable and saying when I'm wrong and not really living in shame.
Yeah.
Like I was wrong.
Yeah. Yes. Accountability is something that I would like to say we all get the older we get, but that is not true.
It's not. Because we literally know people in their 40s.
Yeah, true. But I have learned if I want to progress in my 30s, one, got to be able to take accountability, and two, got to be able to know when to stand my ground, when to be firm. And that doesn't mean like always be firm, but that doesn't mean, you know, be passive. Like it's just learning that beautiful word called boundaries, baby.
It is.
Nah, I think my favorite part about being in my 30s is exactly a little bit of what you said, with a little bit of I don't know if this kind of entwines with it though, is less like proving myself. Because it was weird, because I always used to feel like I'm not a people pleaser, but I was. But then I wasn't a people pleaser by the nature of wanting to please the people. I was a people pleaser by nature of wanting to prove to the people that I was like this, or I was
to please
that.
yourself.
Yeah, and it was draining. You know, I did that for the majority of my 20s, and it got me nothing. Maybe people, you know, gave me a pat on the back. You know, maybe people invited me here, invited me there. But what the fuck does that matter if I don't like myself?
And now I've made you so comfortable. And in reality, I don't really like you.
That's
when I end up liking myself.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty fucking cool.
Absolutely.
And now you're looking around and you are acting a certain way. And they are now putting you in a box.
Yes.
And that was the mistake, that I gave you the impression that this is who I am.
Absolutely. We've all, at least I know I have, definitely made the mistake of making myself smaller to make someone feel bigger. And in the realm of thinking I'm doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
All for me to realize I don't really like your ass at all.
And then they go around the bad talking you. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be the crazy part. Because as you said earlier, the more you begin to like yourself, you start to realize the less you like other people. And with that being said, it's like when they go around and say these things now that you like yourself, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like hearing bad news about myself, but if you got something bad to say that shit.
Say that shit though, because everybody doesn't like everybody, and that's fine.
Totally fine. I actually would be appalled by myself if I took a poll and everybody said they liked me.
Yeah, like
I would be like, why y'all lying to me? Why y'all lying to me? I know y'all don't like me. I know y'all don't like me because I only like me some days. So you a lying motherfucker.
Exactly.
Why you telling me you like me? You just don't tell me that. So I don't know. For me personally though, it is a thing about being in your 30s of just saying, listen, I don't need to just go against the grain because I'm a contrarian and I'm a rebel without a cause. But like maybe I agree with this and I'm gonna just agree with it. Maybe I disagree with it. If I feel the need to say it, I'll say it. If I don't, then I won't.
Right, like picking your battles.
Absolutely, that's
picking
what it's called.
Picking your battles in your 30s is real.
Absolutely.
I'm silent a lot at work because it's like
absolutely. I don't think I got the energy to fight every battle anymore.
I'm not fighting a battle that I know is won against 7 dodos.
My thing is I always like people who work with me, they know I say this phrase is that like if the paycheck clears, I don't know what we're fighting for. Like some things are worth fighting for, but if like, like when it comes down to work or just certain things and at the end of the day, it ain't nothing that's in our control, why am I fighting it? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen is going to happen. We might as well figure out how to improve the situation or become more valuable. That's how I see it. But the drawing the lines and picking the battles is definitely a big part of the 30s. So, okay, next question. So obviously the flip. What's your least favorite part about being in your 30s?
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, actually, everybody thinking that you got money.
Absolutely.
Everybody thinking that you have money, especially like myself who moved away from my hometown. And I'm like, I have grown tremendously.
Don't talk that shit.
Because I've grown tremendously, baby. And the people back home, I mean, the moment that I was shining and my skin may or may have cleared up from my alcoholism, a motherfucker thought I had an extra $1. I don't understand. And I lost weight. I gained that weight back and I'm going to lose it again. But that's what I'm saying. Like I moved down here and I worked 18 hours a day for a year straight. And motherfuckers was just like, do you have $10 every 2 weeks?
You got $1 and get on phone.
You have $25 3 times in the same week. Like it is really I think being in the 30s with no kids, people think that we just got the extra dollars.
Yeah, absolutely not. The government hates us guys. We haven't sold them our souls like you.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. You do.
Kids are great.
Yeah, y'all kids are great. Whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I think my least favorite part about being in my 30s is people assuming that you are supposed to be at a certain status level by 30, negating the fact that 30 is really more of a starting point than how should I say, like a ceiling. Like when you're 15, you say, man, when I turn 30, wow. And then when you're 30, you say, gosh, man, I'm gonna be 40 soon. So you get to 30 and you still have like this mindset of like, I'm not the oldest, but I'm not the youngest. Hopefully that's what you're thinking. I mean, but for me, that's the least favorite part to me. Is like I'm in my 30s and some of that's probably pressure I put on myself, which I know it is. I don't, do it every day, but I do know some days I'm like, man, I'm 33. I should have this. And then I stop myself and I'm like,
because like, what are you comparing that to?
Thank you. Absolutely.
It's 2025.
Whose Wikipedia page you read?
Like, what are we even comparing 30? Because if you ask me, back in the day, 30 was 3 kids.
Well, see, and that's
by
that's
30 in your house and your apron and things like that.
Shout outs to my pops. I told him, episode I did with him one time, my dad, I said it's crazy because I was about to turn 30 the year or about 2 years or so prior to the episode, and I was like, man, I'm about to be 30 in like the landscape of the world when I turned 30 and when my dad turned 30, 2 different worlds. My dad turned 30 in the year 2000. It's crazy. It's like I remember that the year 2000, motherfuckers thought the world was gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when I turned 30, goddamn 2022, was it election year or something? I don't even remember what happened the year I turned 30. Like, I could tell you this: gas was through the roof.
It was.
Rent was extremely high. We was 2 years outside of a pandemic. So it's like, yeah, man, the status level of a 30-year-old isn't really what we think it is. And I blame that mainly on, society's projections. Because in the movies, you love to joke about this. We love you. No fronts to you, Vivica. But and 2 can play that game.
I used to love that movie, right?
Yes.
And I don't not love it still. I am just 32.
Yeah.
And she was 28 in that movie. And I'm just like.
And she said, what did she say in it though?
I mean, which time?
Her job.
Oh, she was like a head. She was like the head of the department or something. She was like
at what age?
28 years old.
Thank you.
She was like the top. Is that, are we saying that that's not possible? Because in reality, when I was 22, I got promoted up. I was just young.
Well, one's not saying that's not possible, but I'm gonna go out here and say, and again, this ain't no distant or no jive at Vivica. That's some bullshit. 28, head of a department at a corporation.
Oh, the only Black woman, by the way.
Yeah,
they got to put that emphasis.
Okay, sure. Very, 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 very difficult to do. And I'm not saying it's impossible. I just said very, very difficult to do. You see, so therefore, I'm trying to state that please don't feel like your life doesn't have value if you are 28 or 29.
And you're not the head of state.
Thank
Get
you.
it? They don't get it.
Yeah, you head of state. You silly. Yeah, you're not the head of something. You ahead. You're ahead as long as you are alive in life. You're ahead. So long as you figure out that what you want to do and how you want to do it, you're good, bro. That's the crazy part about my 30s. Is that, and I guess I've been kind of dodging this word, is that I don't like using the word restart because to restart, I would literally have to go back to one. But to technically restart my life in my 30s sounded so scary.
Right.
At like 23.
Yeah, and like my identity
oh my
and
God,
just
I have
like
to restart.
the things I like people judge you.
Oh gosh.
Because just God forbid, we'll use myself for an example when I stopped drinking,
Yeah.
God forbid, and motherfuckers was like, so what do you do? So what do you do for fun?
We drink St. Ides. Shout outs to them.
even that, like, what do you mean? What do you do for fun?
No, definitely. No.
What is that?
Well, that is what I like to call in my world a judgment.
And because I have went ahead and provided you my identity of just drinking alcohol. And so you having the idea of me no longer continuing my Friday nights with you, taking back cheap liquor, is just like mind blowing to you. Yeah.
Well, without getting more deeper into this, because we got other questions, but that is a big part about your 30s, is, as you're pointing out, is that becoming a new version of you while still being seen as the old version of you by other people screams so loud in your 30s. In your 30s, in your 20s, you know, they kind of see this like maybe you being a little quirky or cousin having a phase or whatever. And then when you're in your 30s and you're still, you know, evolving into this person, some people are still waiting for that 26-year-old to come back, which is odd in its own self. But we'll talk about that later on. Okay. All right. Next question. What is one thing that you expected to happen in your 30s that has not happened yet?
I'm like, my money. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? I mean, probably just like getting a house.
Yeah.
And, you know, having a certain amount of money. And I'm not just being like, because I have no money, I have not made it in my 30s. But I definitely, when I was 18, I'm like, oh, when I'm 25, I can like have a house and some kids and a dog, you know what I'm saying? And I was 25, like in a bar. So like,
I was 25 in a bar is hilarious.
So like, you know, the house is still on the list, which you listen to the universe anyway. We moving and grooving. So just like the house, and just like the steady career, I would want to say, because I've had like 4-5 different careers already. Like I've done a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think the house and the career business, like my own business.
Yeah.
That I actually continue to pursue.
Definitely.
Yeah. What about you?
By the time I was 30, something that I thought would have already had happened was I would have for surely been somebody's baby daddy. Very happy that did not happen.
Yeah, we are both very happy.
Nah, man. I think my thing is the same thing you said, was money. When you are 17, 18, 19, you like, all right, if I just do this, I do that, and I work here, for sure I'm going to have that.
You know?
And then you get to 21, 22, 23, wherever you start to adapt your alcoholic behaviors.
Absolutely. 20.
You start to, fall off the cliff a little bit. You start to realize, damn, it's going to take a lot of money to do this, do that. But you still got the ambitions. And then eventually those ambitions just go away and you lose them. And then you realize, wow, I don't know what I'm going to do to get to this or that, but I know it ain't this. So yeah, with me, it's definitely money. I never really, in all honesty, I did not know. I never planned after 25. I unfortunately, and I never like to admit this out loud, but I'm 33 now and I'm going on almost 10 years past my 25th birthday, so it's cool. But I only kind of planned in my brain to go up to 25 at one point. I played football as a kid, and I, had, as everybody had at one point, hoop dreams, as we call them. And when those hoop dreams didn't come about, I was like, okay, well, I'll be a lawyer. And I was just like so sure if football didn't work out, I would just be a lawyer, that it was just like, I don't even think about nothing else. I can't even like comprehend that now, like to not even like think about nothing else, but I guess that's called being young, right? So like now to be 30, not to be a lawyer, not to be in football, but to be a podcaster living in Southern California with my wife. All right. I'm cool with that. So I don't, what I'm trying to say is I count my blessings. So it's not even, I don't live in a world where I'm like, man, I thought this would happen by the time I'm in my 30s, because at 33, I'm thoroughly happy with where my life is at. I could always just use some more fucking money though.
Because the cost, the cost of living, like we talked about earlier, it's not the same. So
always going up. All right. So next question. What's something you thought that would have happened before you turned 30? I know this question threw you off last time I asked you.
Yeah.
But what's something that happened to you before you turned 30 that you thought that would happen later in life? So essentially, what happened between 1 to the year 29 that you was like, God damn, I thought this only happened in your 30s?
I mean, my mom passed away when I was 15. And then, because even with her drug addictions, I still thought, like, I didn't think she would pass away while I'm still a teenager.
Yeah.
And I lost my job when I was 25, 26, 2 weeks after my birthday, 2 weeks before my 6th year review. I lost my job. He was like,
I'm about to get cashed out, bitch. I got a 6-year review coming up.
Period.
And they was like, oh, yeah, you about to get something out.
Yeah, they fired me because they listened to my phone calls. I love telling this story because a girl called me crying and she's like, I want to find a new job, because obviously the job was a shitty job. And I said, fuck them, find a new job. And, and they heard that on the recording and said I didn't have their back and support them.
You didn't have corporate America's back?
I didn't have corporate America's back because the person was literally going to cut themselves in 13 Reasons Why, because they were
not 13 Reasons Why.
Ultimately, they were going to be her 13th reason. So I honestly didn't really think I would lose that job. But it's a blessing, because I would have died. I would have just been dead myself. So.
No, that makes sense. So, I mean, obviously, I can't speak on the mother passing. Obviously, always my condolences on that. So I can only imagine what that must have been like to be, as young as you were, to lose a parent. But the job thing is like funny, because I never, and we talk about this all the time, like I've never been more committed to anything in my life outside of this podcast in this relationship. I've never did anything more consistent than that. Not even football, because football, you take a break and then you come back, so like, there's a break in the consistency there. So my issues always prior to this relationship and podcasting was being consistent and showing up every day. I just couldn't do it for whatever reason, So when you tell me like, I thought I was going to have that job forever, and you're like, I was going to work at that job for 6 years, I'd be like, bitch, please. 6 years job?
That
sounds like slavery.
Yeah, but I went to school for medical billing.
Sounds like a choice.
I'm thinking.
Sounds like slavery. Sounds like a choice.
That's the mentality you were in at the time. I was in at the time, though.
Sounds like a choice. Sounds like slavery. That's
I
all I
got
can
the
say
job
about
when I
it.
was 20.
Sounds
So-
like a choice.
And the person,
I'm just playing.
yeah, but the lead girl that I met interviewed there on her 21st birthday, and she was 32 when I was 22. So it's like,
nah, I get it. So, because that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, you're not the only person who ever be like, yo, I had a job. I've been at this job for like all these years. You're not the first person to say that to me.
Yeah.
But like when I hear that, outside of like respectfully, like if you were born in my generation and you got job loyalty, I'm you're impressive. I'm gonna give you a round of applause. You got job loyalty. You've been at a job for all these years and you hate it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I hated the job anyway.
That's
why
crazy.
I said,
See, listen, I
listen
cannot.
to the universe.
Listen, leave that job if it's making you snap. That's all I'm
Leave that
say.
job if it makes you gain 125 pounds and can't stand on your feet because you're 5 foot.
If any job makes you gain weight,
office jobs run. Literally run. Like, please.
Like, yeah.
Get a treadmill.
Office job people run. You stupid.
They eat for anything.
Man, listen, we was eating when I worked at the office
they
job.
They eat for anything.
Shout out to my office job people. If any of y'all watching this, you do know we ate a lot.
Shout out to my people, y'all know. God,
I think the one thing that happened before I turned 30 that I thought would happen in my 30s for me was the reality check of life being bitterly short.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say bitterly short, I mean, like, obviously, like you said, your mom passed, but I didn't realize, like, you know, not only would people pass, but people like would break up, you know, family wise, or, you know, connections wouldn't be there, or like, I don't know, like business with. I just didn't realize how short our time together was before I hit my 30s. Obviously, I dwelled on it and I saw it, but like now that I'm in, you know, my 30s and 33, it is like this weird feeling to be like, bro, I'm really not the new kid on the block anymore.
Yeah, like,
and it's like I'm also like not old enough to have lived a whole life, but like I'm not a spry chicken.
Yeah. Like people will consider you a person that can give them actual like life advice. That's
crazy. I did not think that was going to happen. I didn't think that would happen before I turned 30. And I do know that started for me around 27, 28 as well. And like my actions being more accountable for just me, even though I don't have children, was another thing I had to learn very early. And at first I thought that was just a dumb rule. But the more I've learned to move up to leadership, you have to think about how your actions are wholly accountable for more than yourself. So yeah, that fucked me up for a long time when I first when I initially got to my 30s. I was like, damn, I'm now, how do I say, like, because you know the age thing is something we always use as an excuse here in America. I'm gonna just say in America because I don't know what y'all do in them other places, but like that ass now, because like in America, you know, motherfucker be like, man, he a kid, man, he 18, man, he a teenager. You know,
places you could drink when you 18.
You see, and that's my thing. I'm like, does that mean they think motherfuckers are more responsible younger, or do they think that, I mean, fuck it,
if you gonna make them legal, if they can vote, then let them drink.
I guess my thing is this, right? The age thing with 30, my personal opinion, starts to go out the door. That's when I start to be like, and again, it could just be being biased, y'all. Listen, your uncle just could be being biased right now. But I start to feel like you using your age as an excuse on anything post 30, I'm gonna give you 32.
Well, I'm just a kid.
Yeah, no. I'm just a girl. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just a kid.
No, absolutely not. No.
You pick absolutely and choose when you want to be just a kid, and that's why it doesn't work out.
That's what I'm saying with being in my 30s. It is one of those things where like I started to take that energy on before I got into my 30s. So I, like when I got into my 30s, I could be like, listen, bro, like I'm not gonna blame like my inabilities on just being 33. I'm not gonna blame my shortcomings that I know I was being lazy at on just being 33. Like, bro, what the fuck? Well, I'm gonna be like next year, it was because I'm just 34. Like, nah, bro. Like,
well, yeah, it's not the same. Like,
well, yeah, don't sound the same. To blame your age.
Like, I'm only
Yeah, look,
but
I'm
like,
only 37. Like, nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I only don't know what to do with my feelings because I'm 38.
it's like, I only don't know because I didn't read the instructions.
But check this out. Watch this out. That's progression for you, though. Because guess what? In The Sopranos, Tony didn't know what to do. He was 38.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but that was 25 years ago. So we're not, and that's why I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to force us.
He had kids, though. That's what pisses me off.
But see, again.
We could talk about that another time because I could go older.
My thing is, it's all about progression.
Yes.
25 years ago, a 40-year-old, 38-year-old, 35-year-old man saying that he is feeling very emotionally bothered and he does not know how to express himself at all.
At all.
25 years ago, very, 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 very plausible.
Right. Like, yeah,
because his granddaddy, exactly. His daddy like fought in Vietnam and his granddaddy fought in World War II.
Yeah.
And then if you was black or not,
right,
fought in Civil War. There's only like 3 motherfuckers back.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
see what I'm saying? So 25 years later, let's just say we made some progression.
Right. There's progression is also, I didn't think I would be sober. Because I'm sober. Like, I made the attempt multiple times, but I realized I had a problem when I was about 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I think I got a problem. This isn't cute. Because I started drinking so young with all my friends' parents that it's kind of like, yeah, this is Friday. But it's like, no, you're not doing well.
I think that's a hard one to realize, too. Like, in your 30s, you have to start realizing that some of your quirks are actually addictions. You're addicted, boo.
Like, you're not the life of the party anymore because it's not the fucking grad night. You know what I'm saying? It's not like problems. We have Jessica's. Like, no. We have a problem.
You have a drug problem.
You have a problem.
And listen, I'm not trying to make fun of it.
I'm not. I had a problem. I was the A girl. Okay. I couldn't even watch my own videos the next day because I said A every 5 fucking minutes. God damn it.
Hey, man, let me tell you something.
Rest in peace.
Husband to wife, there's a lot of worse girls you could have been. And if I married the A girl, totally fine with that.
Because I'm like the funny comedian girl, obviously, that always drops and brings beer. So
could have been a way worse girl that you could have been. So nah, man, for me, I hear you though. It is, but it is not easy though. It is necessary, but it's not easy though to acknowledge that, hey, bro, maybe something that's turning up is because like I'm not acknowledging something in my life. Discipline doesn't go away. Like, it keeps like... And progression doesn't just come out your ass.
I feel like discipline and accountability is pretty hand in hand.
But yeah, no, you can't have one without the other.
Hold yourself accountable to not drink that because you don't know how to just be like, hey guys, it was so good to meet. No, I'm like, another one.
Nah, I do this thing where I now like play like these elementary games with myself. Where like I remember filling out these little sheets back when we were kids. Literally, I think we were in kindergarten or first grade, and it was like wants and needs. Yeah. And on one side it was like toys, and then the other side was like air, and it would be like, is this a want? Yeah. Or is it a need? Like open your eyes. Yeah, exactly. So that's how I try to like bottle up or categorize. Like, am I having an addiction to this? Yeah. Or is this just like, this is vital, bro. Like, nah, I need this in my life. 9 times out of 10, man, I would say that it's just an old addiction. I want something. I told you the other day, we was about to go somewhere, going to Disneyland, coming up soon, to hang out with some family. And I was like, bro, I walked into the mall and I wanted to get an outfit. And I told myself, I need this outfit. I'm going to Disneyland. And I told myself to walk around the mall 3 times. And after the 3rd time, if I still felt the same way, I should buy it. And every lap I took around the mall, I was like, I don't need that shit. I just want it. And then I told you that story, and then you told me good because you can't afford it anyways. I just personally said, what the fuck do you need a new outfit for to go to Disneyland? Like Donald Duck go judge fresh. You. And I'm trying to get fresh. Those are the decisions that you make when you're in your 30s on if you're going to get fresh for the day. I'm trying to get some Tommy's be fresh. You know what I'm saying? Man, this man, like what Donald Duck was finna be like, here, you I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Outfit repeater. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it and I was like, bro, I'm going to Disneyland to celebrate it for the first time
in
with my
front of some
nephew.
people you've never seen.
Yeah, to celebrate my nephew. It's not like my nephew,
Except for your family. Like,
yeah, it's not like my nephew, my sister, or her guy are gonna be like, oh man, we saw that outfit on Instagram.
the very first thing they're gonna say is outfit repeater. What the fuck?
But see, again,
That's your
I am grown enough
Absolutely.
to acknowledge that there are times where I still look at things and I'm like, bro, like
that
this
you
is
used to do.
I think this is maybe an addiction, my boy. I think you're just addicted to thinking that when you go outside, it's time to be fresh to death.
Because you've unlearned that. And that's within your 30s. Because there's things I've had to unlearn being raised by an old ass woman.
I like how you paused there. You're hilarious. Shout outs to those who know.
I was raised by an old ass woman.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And there's things I had to unlearn.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, unlearning is a funny fucking thing because you initially don't even realize you need to unlearn it.
Like girl, just because that's what you learned in your home.
I'm telling you. It is crazy too because like a lot of times you don't want to unlearn some shit because you generally have learned it from somebody you love.
Yeah.
So you like, how could they be wrong? And that's here you go with your 30s.
You know,
is learning that maybe some people that you love that are older could have been wrong. I'm not saying that like
I'm not belittling.
No, I'm not belittling them, and I'm not saying that people older than me that I love weren't like right about certain things.
Yeah.
But learning that they were wrong about other things is damning.
Or there's other ways to do things.
Yeah.
And you don't got to sporadically flip out and become uncomfortable or uncensored because the way you know how to do it isn't being done.
Absolutely.
That is a big thing too that people have to unlearn. Because you can't just keep saying like, well, when I was growing up, this is how Pop showed me how to do that. Boy, you 48 years old.
Bro, my thing is this, man. I want, and this is the last point I'm going to make because we got a letter. For
yes,
you to get into.
Let's get to the letter.
But I pray and I hope and I want myself to always remember to please never become the back in my day ass individual.
And have I done that? Yes.
Now, the problem is, ain't no way to avoid this because you're going to become that person.
You're going to do it. Because
you do it like this. Watch this. This is what you do. You go through the grocery store. You walking. You walking. And you see something you used to buy back in the day. And you pick it up. And you go, $3 for bologna. Back in my day, the shit was 99 cents.
You had no business.
True story, y'all. True story.
You had no business.
I was like, I can't believe it's bologna is $3.
Bologna was like $7.99.
And I asked her, I said, can
in the
you believe
suburbs.
bologna is like $4?
No, because I haven't ate bologna since I left out my grandma's house.
And she was like, no, why the fuck why are you eating bologna? That's disgusting.
Why are you eating that?
And I say all that to tell you, gentlemen, get yourself a wife.
Those are the changes that you need to continue to make.
Get yourself a wife. Get you somebody who cares about your colon.
I'm just saying.
You got to get somebody who cares about your booty hole.
Yes.
In other fashions.
Yes.
Than sticking something in it. Anyways, we're moving on.
The left turn.
Yes.
Anyway, get to the letter.
So, hear ye, over here at the 6 Feet Under podcast, we like to give a little bit of advice sometimes. Sometimes, heavy on the sometimes.
Sometimes.
And unbeknownst to me, we got a question.
We got a letter.
Dear Uncle P, and you guys personally want to ask your lovely auntie here and your very, very, very handsome uncle, that is I, a question. Go ahead and hit us up at 6 Feet on the podcast. I'm going to put the tag for the podcast page in the description because I realize I've just been tagging our Instagrams and not the podcast page like a dummy. I'm old. Sorry. I'm a millennial. Sorry. Anyways. So, this week we got a letter. I don't even... Did they give us a name?
Does it have a name?
I was going to say, I don't think they gave us a name. Hold on. Nope. Ain't no name.
The profile doesn't have a name?
Well, we blacked out the profile because we don't want people to, obviously see all that.
You need to tell them, ask permission if we could release it or not.
Well, give them a name.
Jimmy John.
This is a girl.
Oh.
I think, hold on. Yeah, this is a girl. Give me a girl name.
Jasmine.
Well, I was thinking Jasmine too. That's marriage.
See, that's why.
All right. It says, "Hey, auntie and uncle, how you guys doing? Love the show. We love you too, Jasmine." All right. I don't want to king shame, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling my new booze fetish.
My new booze fetish.
Yeah, the new booze got a fetish.
Oh man, fetish.
But maybe I'm tripping. So for my B-Day, my new boo thing of 3 months bought me some sexy clothes.
Okay.
They put sexy clothes in
the
quotations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sexy clothes, y'all.
Only thing is, it was men's boxers in an oversized t-shirt.
Okay.
All right, hey man.
So he like a
TLC type.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he said the sexy clothes was men's boxers and oversized t-shirts.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get back to that. All right. He said he enjoyed the baggy look on me. Again, she put baggy in parentheses.
Baggy.
Yes. He said he enjoyed the baggy look on me, and I'm cool with that, but it does low-key make me question his sexuality. Fair. Like, why wouldn't he give me some sexy lingerie or some thongs? All right. Okay. I don't want to risk asking if he's bisexual or not, because if he says yes, then that'll be a deal breaker for me.
Lord.
Oh, man. Low-key, I feel like a hypocrite because I used to mess around with girls in college, but that wasn't that serious. All right.
Okay.
Should I just ask him, or am I just overthinking it? By the way, this is my first real relationship. He is 28 and I'm 23. Jasmine.
Oh.
All right, we got about 13 minutes to give Jasmine some advice. So, auntie, I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna go out and just ask you straight up.
Baggy t-shirt.
Baggy t-shirts.
What's your t-shirt on?
And some t-shirts. Oh, baggy. What was she saying again?
Like some men's boxers.
Yes, men's boxers and oversized t-shirt.
He chilling with no makeup on. That's when you the prettiest. I hope
maybe
that you
was
don't
listening
take
to Drake.
it wrong.
Maybe he's listening to Drake. Maybe he's a
Jasmine.
Drake fan. What's your feelings though? If your man bought you, if he told you he was buying you some sexy clothes, and he pulled up and gave you some boxers and some oversized t-shirts.
Well, I think you have to ask because you're not going to know what turns them on if you're just in a relationship for 3 months and this is what he's presented as sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to ask. Communication is key.
So is that sexy to you?
Is that sexy to me?
Yes.
I mean, it's not really. That depends on what to her. It's probably not sexy to her, but it's sexy to him. So I feel like that.
So she does have the right to be offended by.
She has the right to, offended. I wouldn't be offended because you guys are so fresh. I would only be offended, and we don't know what she's told him. I would only be offended if I've literally showed you like how I like to dress,
and then you pull up with this shit.
Yeah,
because that is kind of crazy, man.
When he said, "I'm gonna get you some sexy clothes," did you give him advice? And I'm not saying she was required to do that, and I'm not saying he was required to know better. Because you guys are still pretty fresh, so you gotta communicate.
Absolutely.
Did she say like, "Ooh, Fenty, I love Fenty," or "Ooh, Victoria's Secret is having a semi-annual sale every July"?
Like, did you give hints? Yeah, nah, that is.
If you're so new, that's the only reason why I'm emphasis on the hints.
That's a great point. I mean, if she didn't tell him. Like, if she literally was, like, sending him screenshots of, like, hey, I like this, I like that, and my boy pulled over some Fruit of the Loom draws and a pack of Pro Clubs.
Going to the smoke shop.
Yeah, going to the smoke shop. My nigga pulled up with the smoke candle.
Fucking like, flea market.
No. If that's what he chose to do, then shame on him. That's crazy work. Shame.
Dishonor on you.
Dishonor on you. Your family. No, but that ass, if that's the case, then yeah, he's out of pocket. But if, like you said, it's fresh, if he thought that like, hey man, I think you look, comfy and sexy in these clothes. Because what we don't know is what she looked like. Is she built like goddamn like a skinny as a stick pole, Like
we gotta have these people start sending pictures like the other podcasts we listen to. They
that's
be having
crazy.
people
Send
sending
y'all
pictures.
but make
Send
sure
your
y'all
pickers.
pickers. Sorry, St. Eyes, get me high. Send y'all pictures. Let me see what y'all look like. Nah,
I'm
but
just kidding.
if it fits, no, please don't send pictures. I'm sorry.
I'm really just kidding.
Yeah, please don't. But if it's like, it fits her right in the right places, maybe he like, hey, it look like, good and it's comfortable on you.
I think you have to ask because we can now make up all these scenarios, which we're amazing at doing, right? Yeah. But if you really have to ask him like what, or when he said the comment, I'm going to get you something sexy. And I'm not saying she should have just known how to handle this, but really think about, okay, what do you think is sexy? Have you guys had the conversation on what is sexy to him? I truly think that we can't be is he bisexual?
He did say, because we was going to get into that. He did say to her, he likes the baggy look on her. So
he likes it on her.
So apparently she's probably wore something baggy before.
Okay.
That's like, obviously, did
she could pull that off. Pulled it off. She don't look like she done rolled out of bed.
I don't think that she thinks that must be her best look or something.
Yeah, and like she was offended. Like,
yeah, like damn, bro, I got so many looks like this. What you think is it? Which again goes back to like you said, communication.
So she's questioning. I kind of don't agree with the questioning on if he's bisexual.
That one threw me the fuck off. That's
because men wear.
But we're like, why?
Tight clothes.
I'm blaming this on her being 23.
Oh yeah, 23 in 2025 too. Ooh,
that's crazy. She said bruh's bisexual because he likes her with baggy clothes on.
You do have to be careful in 2025. So now I do take back my comment because she's 23.
He 28, she 23.
And man, we just do not approve of the double dipping. But,
oh wow, okay.
But secretly, just tell her.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, openly, we don't mind. Do what you got to do, right?
Do what you got to do, but don't fucking hide that shit in 2025, motherfucker.
Oh, God. I'm weak. Yeah.
So I think that communication is the biggest thing. You're not going to know. And then you just didn't, because she's younger too, we're going to claim that you should have brought it up right then and there.
But maybe we just bring up the point, all right, because we still need to acknowledge the hypocrite in the room. She said...
and she used to mess with girls in college.
Yeah.
But are you attracted to girls? Because
I think she said it wasn't that serious.
Okay, so her concern is if he is bisexual, then he's attracted to guys. And so she's saying like, I mess with girls, but I'm not attracted to girls. But because he want to see me in baggy clothes, like, what, you want to see a dude? And then she's like, basically, if you want to see a dude, you're attracted to dudes.
Yeah, but I don't think just because you don't want your woman walking around in spandex at all times, like that makes you automatically want to get dicked down by Billy Blake.
I'm gonna out you. Yeah. Because we have communicated and discussed that like I don't wear lingerie and stuff like that. No. And because you're not like, why not? And you're like, I don't see the point of that. You don't take it off.
Absolutely not.
And I laugh so hard because it's like I've always been the fan group that's like not trying to like, why are you buttoning this up? Can't breathe and shit like that. And that's fine. Do what you do. But we agree that that's not a thing. Are you bisexual, babe?
Am I bisexual? No, absolutely not. My purpose and point is exactly what you just made right there, was that, everybody has their own savor to flavor, or flavor to savor, I should say.
So communicate.
Because, yeah, you're right. I don't see no damn point of, like, Victoria's Secret gotta be the dumbest store I've ever seen in my life.
To you.
To me personally.
And that's fine. It's been around fucking decades.
I don't understand buying your wife sexy underwear, right? The underwear's coming off. The bras are coming off. All that's coming off.
But that's people's kink, and that's what they do, and that's what makes them come together. So y'all need to figure out.
I won't be coming
if you appreciate. But she expected lingerie. He likes her in the baggy fit, so she needs to communicate, and he needs to give her the reason why he likes the baggy fit.
That's it.
That I feel like it will be solved.
I feel like that's definitely solved.
And I feel like you created your own anxiety in your head for automatically just being like, is he bisexual?
But is he bisexual?
Because he liked baggy.
I slept with girls.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I'm only justifying that because she says she's not attracted to girls. And she thinks he's attracted to guys.
Based off the clothes. That's the crazy part.
I'm not laughing at you, Jasmine.
I am laughing at you.
I'm not laughing at you.
Jasmine,
she's younger.
You sound dumb as hell.
Jasmine, man, you remind me of my little staff members.
Jasmine, you sound dumb as motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The world history repeats itself. When I was a kid, when I was a fucking child in 1999, motherfucking children, not children, but teenagers walked around in these things called Jinko jeans. And they motherfucking had these big ass platform pants, and they had all this shit. And guess what? It's back.
They back.
It's back. I see motherfuckers walk around in Jinko jeans and little flares and looking like they be going to raves and doing all that shit, and they still doing it. They never stopped. So Jasmine, maybe, just maybe, your dude has a TLC fetish. Maybe he likes his women to look like Missy Elliott. I do. I did.
And he's 28, so he's like only a couple years younger than us. You know what I mean?
I just want to know why he had to be bisexual just because he liked
I think in this whole comment, I feel like even the idea of bisexual could have been avoided if she would have just been like, you know, like what makes this sexy to you?
Again.
Because if you're saying this is my first real relationship, then let's make some real relationship steps.
I was gonna say that
and communicate.
That part. That's actually, I'm gonna end that on that. Is that ties into our episode about being 30 and learning that, like, get out of your head, Jasmine. You're 23. You peep something that, you know what, bruh probably even playing with you. He probably was like, oh, this look nice, and gave it to you. And no, I'm just playing. He probably is. I'm
like,
serious.
what kind of? They were boxers, men box. I'm like, what?
Nah, but regardless of what the purpose was, don't let it eat at you. Like, you're literally making up scenarios in your head about something that could be so, like, fulfilled.
I feel like you're ruining days with him because you're thinking that. I'm like, what kind of insecure TV show shit you got in your head going on, girl?
Why he with you? You think about how he want to be with him?
Yeah,
that's funny. I mean, hey, dog. Again,
not necessary.
Again, just ask him. Give us an update. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, please.
Let us know, please. And if he is, please let us know. And if he ain't, please show some accountability and let us know. Anyways, we got a little bit of time before we get up out of here. Auntie, you got anything to tell the people before we go? You got anything coming up? You got anything going on?
Do I have anything coming up? Do we have anything coming up?
This dick.
My goodness gracious, golly. This is so inappropriate. I'm just kidding. I mean, we have some events coming up that by the time we have a couple episodes, you'll see my partner in crime, Yessie, my night shift gals partner. We got some events coming up. We don't have dates set in place, but they coming. Paint and puffs. Come paint, come puff.
Yeah.
We'll release the date soon.
Release the Krakens.
September.
I got an event coming up on August 10th. It is called Strains in Games.
Oh,
Your boy will be there on behalf of the lovely people at Wafers. Come pull up. We'll be at whatever booth we gonna be at. I don't know what booth we gonna be at, but we'll be there. Come holler at your boy. And the lovely lady right here will be there too, doing what she always does, pushing that ice cream cart. So yeah, Strains and Games, August 10th. Hit me up on Instagram for more details on that, because I don't remember where the address is.
I don't remember actually where it is.
Don't know.
We'll actually put the flyer.
We'll link it.
Boom.
Boom.
Right here.
Boom. Right there. I'm pretty sure it's not right there, but
boom.
It's somewhere down there.
Boom.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace.
Ta, 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 ta.